concept in complex number. So what is the mean by cube root of unity? How can we find this? See, generally, I'm going to explain you first cube root of unity. After completion of this chapter, we will see once previous year questions also. How many times they asked the questions which is belongs to cube root of unity, right? Okay. Cube root of unity. Okay, students, right? For example, x cube plus 1 or x cube minus 1. So whatever you take, either x cube plus 1 or x cube minus 1 is equal to 0. For example, if I take x cube minus 1 is equal to 0. So what are the roots of this equation? This is a cube root, cubic equation. Am I right? So what are the roots? Anyone? We are going to get the 3 roots. What are the 3 roots here? Can anyone tell me that 3 roots?
All three one.
All 3, like you are saying that 1, 1, 1.
X equal
Is
to
it
1,
true?
1, 1.
X is equal to 1, 1, 1. Is that right, student? We may write like this: x cube
0, 1.
0, 0 is satisfying this equation.
No, sir. Minus 1 only will be coming. Sir.
Yeah, x is equal to plus 1 means when we take x is equal to 1, 1 cube minus 1, it will become 0. Okay, x is equal to 1 is one of the root. Is there all the roots are equal? Yes, we can write like this. Then x is equal to,
Fifth root of 1.
yes, cube root. This is also can be written as x is equal to cube root of unity. So x cube minus 1 is equal to 0 also can be written as x is equal to cube root of unity. That is the reason we written here cube root of unity. Unity means 1. Right? So my question is, what are the roots? Here you said that 1, 1, 1. Is it right, student, remaining? I said that no. X is equal to 1, one of the root. Remaining 2 roots are different roots. What are the roots? Anyone?
Sir, maybe imaginary. Sir.
Okay, can you tell me what is the formula for a cube minus b cube? Anyone?
Sir, a minus b into a square plus b square plus ab.
A square plus b square plus ab. Okay, fine. So this x cube minus 1 equal to 0, I want to write as 1 cube. It is in the form of a cube minus b cube. Shall I write here x minus 1 into a square, that is x square plus 1 plus ab, x into 1 is equal to 0. Nothing but
X minus 1 equal to 0 or x square plus 1 plus x.
yeah, x square plus x plus 1 is equal to 0. Got it? Right. So here x minus 1 is equal to 0 means x is equal to 1, or it is a quadratic equation. It is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, because we cannot apply the factorization method. Okay. So x is equal to minus b. What is the formula, students? Formula is?
Sir, minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2.
By 2a, right? So minus b minus 1 plus or minus root over 1 b square minus 4ac. A value 1, b value 1, c value 1 by 2a. So x is equal to 1 or x is equal to minus 1 plus or minus root over. What about 1 square? 1. 1 minus 4, that is, shall I write 3 into iota? Because we are going to get minus root 3. Minus root 3 means root 3 into iota by 2. So nothing but therefore, what are the roots of my anyone? 1 other.
Minus 1 plus root 3I by 2 minus 1 minus root 3I by 2.
So minus 1 minus root 3 I by 2. So we are getting the 3 roots. Remember, students, it is, I told you, it is very, very important. Okay. So this concept they may use in sequential series, in matrices and determinant, in calculus. Also, they may use this concept. In differential calculus also, this is very, very important. Okay, all the concepts, all the topics, they can use this cube root of unity concept. So right, we are got 3 roots. Is it easy to remember these 3 roots? Okay, x is equal to 1, we can easily remember. Can you remember remaining 2 roots? Sometimes we may not. So that we can consider this root I'm consider as omega. This root is omega square. Why? Not only this, you may consider this is 1, this is omega square. Because here, when you square this second one, you are going to get third one. When you square third one, you are going to get the second one. You may take any one of the ways. So here we are having 3 roots. What are the what are the roots of cube root of unity? X is equal to 1, omega square.
Omega square.
You can take any one of the values omega, other one becomes omega square. You can check it once, whether we are getting, when I consider this as omega, whether omega square becomes this second one or not. Surely we'll get. So after that, we're having some properties of this, okay, properties of cube root of unity. Mainly we're having 2 properties, student. That 2 properties you must be remember. What are the 2 properties? Yes, what are the 2 properties that I'm going to write here? The 2 properties, one is when I adding these 3 roots, what is the answer of adding all these 3? Yes, 1 plus minus 1 plus root 3I. Firstly,
0, sir.
yeah, when you write the sum becomes 0. And second one is what is omega cube? Omega cube nothing but shall I write omega cube as omega into omega square. What is omega? Minus 1 plus root 3 iota by 2 into minus 1 minus root 3 iota by 2. Shall I write like this? Yes, we can write. So whatever this value amount?
Sir, a square minus b square will come, sir.
Denominator 4. A square minus 1 square minus root 3 times of iota square. Answer? Firstly.
Sir, 1 plus 3 by 4.
Nothing but 4 by 4. Nothing but shall I write 1? Yes. So omega cube, I told you there are 2 important properties. These 2 are important properties. One is 1 plus omega square always becomes 0. Omega cube value is 1. Omega cube value is 1. Okay, sum of the values becomes 0. Product of the roots becomes 1 plus omega square becomes 0. So 1 into omega square becomes always 1. That you have to remember. When omega cube becomes 1, can you tell me that what is the omega power 4? What is omega cube? 1
Sir,
into
for
omega,
omega square, the whole square, no, sir.
omega square.
The whole square.
After that,
We can simplify and find that, sir.
so simply why don't you write like this? Omega power 4 omega cube into
And
omega.
this is like I only, sir. It's repeating after 3.
Yes, exactly. So I power 4, after that I power 5 becomes again I. It will be here also same repeating. I power 5 becomes what?
Omega power 3 into omega power 2.
That is nothing but omega square. Again omega power 6 becomes again 1. Am I right? So here when we see that, uh, what about this omega, for example, omega power 5 plus omega power 6 plus omega power 7 value, the consecutive sum of the consecutive of 3 continuous powers becomes, is it 0 or not? Like iota. Clearly it is 0 because this is 1, this is omega square, this is omega. 1 plus omega square becomes 0. So the sum of conjugative powers of the omega becomes always 3 conjugative powers, becomes 0. Okay, so what can we conclude here? Omega power 3n value is what? Anyone? Here n is belongs to z is equal to what, students?
1, sir.
1. That's all. Take n is equal to 1, n is equal to 2, n is equal to 3, even minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. Also, it will becomes plus 1. So what are the two root sum? Sum of the given cube roots become 0. Product of 3 cube roots becomes 1. And omega power 4 becomes omega. Omega power 5 becomes omega square. Omega power 6 again becomes 1. Okay. Like that, you have to remember. Next. Okay. Right. Next one is, this is about cube root of unity CF. Simply remember, omega power 3n is 1. Plus 1 is omega again. It will be repeat. The sum of the, okay, sum of the consecutive powers, 3 powers becomes always 0 and this belongs to n. So this will be okay, conjugate of omega, this we will discuss with an example. Okay, and this is for, okay, omega power x cube is equal to 1. The roots of x cube is equal to 1 is 1 omega square. And x cube is equal to minus 1. What are the roots, anyone? The roots of x cube is equal to 1. The roots are 1 omega square. When I take x cube is equal to minus 1.
Sir,
Then in that
minus
case,
1 root 3i minus 1 by 2 root 3i plus 1 by 2.
minus 1,
Sir, we will get omega and omega square, sir.
omega and omega square, or minus omega square.
Minus, sir.
So what shall we write here, students? Actually, in that case also same, like whenever x cube is equal to minus 1, take a minus 1 left side, plus 1 is equal to 0. 1 you can write as 1 cube. It is in the form of a cube plus b cube. That formula is a plus b into,
A square plus B square minus AB.
yes, this is the. Now, okay, from this we are going to get x is equal to minus 1 is one of the roots. Other two roots are, we are going to get minus omega square. Remember, students, whenever x is equal to x cube is equal to right side is plus 1, all are positive roots. When x cube is equal to minus 1, right side is negative values, given 3 roots are negative. Understood? Minus 1 minus omega. This is also some rare cases they may ask the question which is belongs to cube root of unity of minus 1. Okay, and in the same way they may take x power minus 4 is equal to 1. What are the roots, students? X power 4 is equal to 1. Fourth root of unity. What are the roots? Anyone can say that? Here x having 4 roots. X
Sir,
having
1 omega square.
1 1
Omega square.
Are you sure? Remaining students also? Just tell me. S students. See, how can you find the roots here? X square, shall I write whole square? I want to take 1 is left side minus 1 I want to write whole square, then it is in the form of a square minus b square, which implies, what is the formula? A plus b into, so a square minus b square is a minus b into a plus b is equal to 0. So here x square minus 1 is equal to 0 and x square plus 1 is equal to 0. X square is equal to plus 1. X square is equal to minus 1. And x is equal to plus or minus 1. Or x is equal to plus or minus root over minus 1 means iota. Nothing but the
Sir, the
four
four
roots are,
+1 -1 plus iota minus iota.
that is nothing but x power 4 is equal to 1. The roots of this equation is iota, iota square, iota cube and iota power 4. That's all. Yes or no?
Sir, multiply everything, you will get one only.
One only, obviously. When we multiply the product of all this, okay, multiply, we are going to get same one only. X power
Sir,
4
if you
value is
add
1.
it, it's 0.
0. The sum of the roots is 0. The product becomes 1. Fine. This is about fourth root of unity. Right. Here few concepts are there, like yeah. Here some De Moivre's theorem is there, and how to convert, how to write the equation of straight line, how to, what is the equation of circle in complex form. Okay. So what is the equation of parabola, hyperbola, and what is the equation of perpendicular conditions, a reflection of a line. So this concept we will see after completion of geometry. The circle and straight line. Okay, and locus also we can finish it, and its different form will be there. So Z1, Z2 are complex number. T is a parameter. This is called parametric form. Okay, Z is a given complex number, Z conjugate, and A also complex number and conjugate of A. This we can easily derive if you remember the straight line equation. Like for example, see here how to convert. Straight line is there. Since we know that z is equal to x plus iota y, I'm giving some idea about this. Okay, what is the straight line equation? Anyone? Ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. Am I right, students? Is it equation of a line or not? Linear equation in two variables. What is the straight line equation? X plus by plus c is equal to 0. So since we know that here, what is the real part x value of real part of z? X is a real part of z. Again, you forget that. Z conjugate is x minus iota y. When we are adding these two, we are going to get z plus z conjugate is equal to what? X plus x, 2x. Am I right?
2x.
Then x shall I write like this? Yes. When I adding these two, iy, iota y get cancelled. Then what about z minus z conjugate amount? When I subtract these two, shall I write 2i to y? So y value is what? Z minus z conjugate by 2 iota. Shall I write like this? Yes.
You already said, sir.
Yeah, that's the reason you have to remember x value and y value. These x and y I'm going to substitute here simply. What is x value? I want to convert. So this is a line equation in Cartesian plane, xy plane. But I want to know the equation of line in organed plane. That is complex plane. So now we can convert in terms of z. X value is z plus z conjugate by 2. And y value is z minus z conjugate by 2 plus C is equal to 0. From this, take LCM and simplify. AZ plus AZ conjugate plus BZ minus BZ conjugate minus plus 2C is equal to 0. Am I right? Am I right? Now, see here, Z you can take the common. So A plus, sorry, here into iota. Into iota. Am I right? What is Y value? By 2 iota. Sorry, by 2 iota. By iota. So whenever if I take here by iota, what is 1 by 1 by iota? It is in the form of 1 by iota. What is 1 by iota value? It's
Minus
clearly minus iota. Remember that. So minus iota, you have to substitute here. Minus iota. So here minus into minus, here it is a plus, but here minus. So this is equal to minus iota minus into minus plus b into z conjugate iota. Okay, now take z common. When I take z common, a plus bi, sorry, not bi minus bi. Z common, take z common. Here a minus b bi into z. I'm deriving the equation of line in complex form, p into iota plus 2c is equal to 0. 2c is a clearly constant. 2c is constant. Then student, what about this value? What about this a plus iota times of b? It is also a complex number. What about this? Its conjugate of a plus bi is a minus bi. When I take here this as alpha, this as alpha, this is conjugate of alpha. So shall I write here conjugate of alpha z plus alpha z conjugate? 2c value you can take some other constant like capital C is equal to 0. Where what is alpha value? A plus iota times of b. See the given straight line, it is in Cartesian form. I converted into complex form. Look at here. This is clearly a line equation in organed plane. So here also if you see that line equation, what is the line equation here? Straight line equation may represent we can 2-3 ways. In that one of the equation is here. After that slope of ax plus by plus c is equal to 0 minus a by b. This and all we will discuss later. But how to convert, even for example, circle is there. Since we know that the circle equation is what, student? X square plus y square is equal to, yes, circle equation. Shall I take r square? R square means again, how can you, like I want to convert this circle equation into complex form, complex plane. So by substituting x value again we know that z plus z conjugate by 2 whole square plus z minus z conjugate by 2 iota whole square is equal to r square. Now,
instead of r square, can we write modulo z the whole square?
which one?
X square plus y square is equal to.
Yeah, we may write modulo z to the whole square, but the thing is, when we write this is also a real number. Is it a equation in terms of z? No. So whenever we want to write that, the equation of circular, straight line, hyperbola, ellipse, parabola in terms of complex number, you should be represented in terms of z and z conjugate, not modulus z. Modulus z is a constant. That is a numerically value, right? Now look at here. You may apply a plus b the whole square here, a minus b whole square. You have to expand, take LCM remaining values. The denominator cross multiply. We are going to get a circle equation in standard form. Circle equation in standard form. Clear? Even ellipse also. What is the ellipse equation actually? X square by a square minus y square by b square is equal to 1. Same x value, y value you can replace here. Parabola equation y square is equal to 4ax. Same, you can replace x by z plus z conjugate by 2, y by y plus, sorry, z minus z conjugate by 2 iota. That's all.
Sir, can you say what are these equations?
Sorry.
Sir, you said x square by a square minus y square by b square is equal to 1, no, sir?
This is called ellipse.
Okay.
Sorry. Here it is plus, it is ellipse. X square by a square minus y square by b square is equal to 1. It is called hyperbola. This and all we'll discuss in geometry. Because you may not be understand if I take the equation directly here. Okay. So this is actually based on this, they may ask in advanced exam, the locus of a complex number.
Sir, for y square is equal to 4ax, what is that, sir?
Y square is a parabola, that is called a parabola. The name is parabola. These three are belongs to conic section. Conic section. Okay. Sorry. Conic section. Okay, students, now we'll see one or two questions here. COQs you can try. Oh, this is classwork 1. Totally 16 questions are there. Right. All of you tell me answer fastly. Till 2n plus 1. Is it the answer will be -1 or 0? Yes, students. Answer. I square, I
what
four, 4, I
is
4.
n, sir?
2n plus 1 terms are there like this.
Sir,
I
minus
4, 2, I
1.
4, 4. Is it -1? Yes, students.
Sir,
Sir, I square will be
minus,
Sir, all will get cancelled, sir. The final term will be around -1, sir.
-1. I
Exactly.
square will be there, sir, so -1.
Yeah, exactly. So the answer will be minus
Minus.
1. Okay. So because even we can verify this. So the answer will be clearly -1. Students, 2n plus 1 till 2n.
0.
Then at last remaining 1 will be there. 1 nothing but I square. I square is -1. 2n till 2n it will be 0. Remaining plus 1. Another extra term will be there. That I am taking as I square value -1. Second answer. It is an infinite series. Since we know that there is a formula for infinite series.
Sir, GP
For
will
example,
be
one geometric. It's infinity. Then this is equal to what, Amma? S
Sir,
infinity.
A by 1 minus R.
A by 1 minus R, sir. A is first term,
One.
R is common ratio.
Yeah, here first term is 1 only, so that I have written like this. Here when here R is lesser than 1 alone, we can take. If R is greater than 1, what about S infinity value, Amma?
Sir, not
R is
defined.
less,
Not-
not defined, no, it is infinity.
Sir,
Some will be
before you
infinity.
learn both. Sir, in small levels we learn both infinity and not defined as same only. Sir. So that only.
Okay, okay, fine. See here, we can't say here it is not defined because some might be infinity, maybe finite, some may be infinite. But this infinity, when we get infinity in trigonometry and all, we can say undefined, as you said. In some concept, we can say undefined, but it is belongs to algebra. We can say it is defined. Okay, when R is greater than 1, it is infinity. When R is equal to 1, what is S infinity? Sum of this value. Take R is equal to 1 here. The sum of this infinity series becomes what?
Not defined, sir.
1
Infinity.
by 0.
Infinity.
Not defined, sir. 1 by 0, sir. So it is
Nothing but infinity alone. The sum is not finite, it is infinite. I told you, sum may be finite, may be infinite. Two options. In that here we are getting infinity. When R is lesser than alone, we are going to get infinity. Okay. In calculus, in trigonometry, we can say this infinity 1 by 0 and all, we can say that we will write simply undefined. Undefined. Sum here infinity. The answer will be infinity. So this formula is applicable for only when R is lesser than 1. Okay, here,
Calculus means integrate and differentiate only. Master.
yeah, integration and differentiation. Okay, differential calculus is there, integral calculus is there. So here they give an infinite series. When I substitute n value 1 plus 2i by 3 plus 2 iota by 3 the whole square plus so on till infinity. Then what is R value here?
Sir, we need to find the common ratio around.
So what about R value? R value is clearly
2i by 3.
yeah. So R value is clearly 2i by 3 and first term is what? A value 1. So this here S infinity we can apply the formula 1 by 1 minus R. That's all. So the answer becomes here S infinity is equal to 1 by 1 minus 2 iota by 3. That is nothing but 3 by
Sir,
3
we need
minus
to
2 iota. Yeah, you have to rationalize this. All of you rationalize, Amma? We are going to get any one of the answer. Yes? Answer is what? Fastly?
sir 9 plus 6i by 13, sir.
Yes, sir.
9 plus 6i by 13. Is that clear, students?
Sir, we no need to simplify, sir. We need to multiply by 3 minus 2i in denominator, sir. We will get 9 plus 6i, sir. That's all.
Right. Okay. This is the answer. So option 2 now. Option 1. First option is correct. Okay, students, what about third one? Third one, see, this will be represent the product. This is sum of the value 0 to 200, your product from 1 to 50. It is, you can equate into x plus iota y, then what is x comma y?
Sir, 1
That's
comma
all.
minus
1 comma,
1.
how can you say that this 1 comma minus 1?
Sir, here 200 is there, sir.
200 means
Divisible by 4, sir. So 1 only will come, sir.
1 or else 0.
50, sir.
Sir, 0, sir.
Is it 0? 0 to 200. Anyone? Sometimes, most of the students, they can keep like this.
Sir,
So
one only, sir. Product. So one only, sir.
actually, how many terms are there from 0 to 200? Anyone?
It's 201.
201. When I substitute k is equal to 0 here,
But I power
201 terms are there.
one only.
Summation here, they started with 0. 0 to 200, I power k. When I substitute 0, I power 0 plus I power 1 to I power 200. It will be total number of terms are 200. So 200 clearly divisible by 4. Nothing but sum of these values becomes what? 0. Am I right? So final I power 0. I power 0 nothing but 1. Okay, we got real part is 1. What about the product value? Yes, students. Product from 1 to 50.
Sir, I square into I power 48 you can write, sir.
Yes, I power 1, I power 2. So until I power 48 into I power 49, I power 50. Yes, till 48,
1, sir.
1 or minus 1.
1, sir.
12 times 4. So the continuously product of continuously 4 values becomes minus 1. Am I right? I
Sir,
square I cube I power 4 minus 1. But how many times minus is that? 12 times. I to I power 4 minus 1. I power 5 to I power 8 is minus 1. Like that till 12 time minus will be repeat. So 12 time minus nothing but it will be finally. What about plus only no? So till
Sir, I
here,
have a doubt, sir.
yeah.
Sir, it will be zero.
Sir, you said I into I square into I power 3 into I power 4 as minus 1.
It is zero, sir.
Why it is 0?
Sir, it is positive one, sir,
Never
not
become
negative one, sir.
never become 0. I okay. I square. I cube. I power 4. Look at your students. Plus 1 or minus 1 here? Okay, let's see here.
Plus 1 only, sir.
Plus 1, right? I power 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 becomes what? I to the power of
10.
10, nothing but I square is minus 1. So, okay, 12 time minus means plus 1. Product becomes minus 1 only. Because this is I square is minus 1, I cube is minus iota, I power 4 is plus 1. When I multiply here, we are going to get minus into minus plus iota square. Iota square again it will becomes minus 1. So minus 1 minus 1 minus 1 like that 12 times. So it will be plus 1. So remaining what about these two values? I power 49 nothing but I power 1. I power 50 nothing but I square. You may take like this I square. So what is I square? I cube. I cube value is
Minus
minus iota. Is there any minus iota?
no,
Okay, this is minus iota. This is 1. So 1 minus iota. So when we compare here, x value is
1
y
and
value
y
is y value minus 1. Clear, students?
we can just simplify first one and say first, second option is standard.
Yes, that's all. So first one related to summation, second one related to product. The sum of the 4 values becomes 0, product of 4 values becomes minus 1. That you have to remember. In the same way, all of you do this question number 4 and 5. All of you do this. Student, do it fast. Fastly.
Five, sir.
Is that 5i remaining students?
Sir, can you do I
Yes,
plus
sir, 5 iota.
1 the whole cube?
Yeah, fourth one is second option or third option.
Second option, sir.
Sir, can you say formula of n sum of n terms in geometry progression, sir?
Sum of
N terms in geometry progression.
SN value you're asking about.
Yes, sir.
N by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Okay, I'll write here.
Sir, that is arithmetic.
So that is
So that
AP.
is AP, sir.
This is for AP.
A into r power n minus 1 by r minus 1. There are two formulas are there, so depending on the
Sir, whether R greater than 1 or less.
r lesser than 1, exactly. So a plus ar plus ar square plus ar cube, so on. It is sum of the n terms. Two cases will be there here.
A
What are
by
the two cases? Greater than 1 or is lesser than 1? Sn.
A by r minus 1 and
Sn.
A by 1 minus r, sir.
Yes, whenever greater than 1, minus 1 here. R is greater than 1. So that R minus 1 is correct. Whenever R is lesser than 1, 1 minus R power n by 1 minus R. Remember. Clear?
For infinity, A by 1 minus r, sir.
That's all. That is only for lesser than 1 case. A by 1 minus R. So everyone should be remember this. We will discuss all this in sequence and series. The next I am going to start. So that sequence and series alone. In term 1, sequence and series will be there. That linear inequalities, permutation, combination belongs to term 2. Anyhow, I'll be teach both permutation combinations and sequence and series, linear inequalities. We'll discuss in term 1 itself. Because OBT next OBT like OBT 3 or OBT 4, which is belongs to sequence and series. Yes, students, right? Now answer for this, is it, the answer is 4i, 5i? Second option or third option? 5i. 5i means, once I look at that.
Sir, for I
Right, second
plus
option. Correct only.
sir, you will get 2I, sir.
For?
I plus 1 the whole square, you will get 2I, sir.
Yes.
Here 3I,
3i,
sir.
3i.
And
2 plus
I
3i.
plus 1 the whole cube, you will get 2I minus 2, sir.
Yes. So how can you do this? How can you simplify this? Students, anyone?
Sir, we can write 4 power 2n.
Yes. Since we know that, shall I write like this? These values are like 1 plus iota whole square whole power
4.
4n.
Sir,
Yes, sir.
8n is enough, 4n. By,
The
okay,
denominator
root 2 whole power 8n.
by 2 power 4.
1 minus I whole square all to the power of 4n.
2 power 4.
Okay, this is 2 power 4n. Nothing but root 2 whole to the power of 8n. A denominator is common. That is, denominator is same, root 2 whole to the power of 8n. But numerator is what? What is 1 plus I whole square?
2I.
2i whole power 4n. Plus, what about this?
Minus 2I.
Whole power 4n. So nothing but, what do you understood?
Sir, both will be same.
Both will be same. Because
Same.
all to the power of 4n will be there. 4n means 4 is even. So that
Answer 0, sir.
the answer,
So if you take 2i common,
we don't get 0 here. So
Sir,
no,
we
sir,
2
need
no.
to
times
use
of,
2i by,
oh,
sir, we can put 2i by 4, or 4n by root 2, the whole
2
power n
times
and
of 2 power 4n into I to the power of 4n. I to the power of 4n value is clearly 1. 2 into 2 power 4n means 2
2,
power
sir.
4n plus 1 by 2 power 4n. 2 power 4n get cancelled, it is equal to 2. Third option is correct.
2 only
Even,
answer, sir.
yeah, 2 only answer. Even you can verify also by substituting some n is equal to 0, n is equal to 1 like that. When I substitute n
0
is equal to 0, okay, if you substitute 0 here, something, anything power 0 is
Yes, sir.
1,
1,
what?
sir. Easy. 1 plus
1
1,
plus 1
1
is
plus
equal
1,
to
2.
2.
That's it. Even you can take n is equal to 1 also.
So then
Take
it
n
will
is
be
equal, but
So then solve it,
complicated.
sir.
Yes,
Sir, then
yes.
we will get
That
whole
is
power 8, sir. We need to use binomial theorem, sir. We will get answer after 1 hour.
maximum don't approach through binomial theorem because binomial theorem it is lengthy. So like try to just do with shortcut like by substituting 0, substituting 1. Even we done directly here. Like I have taken like 1 plus I whole square whole power 4n because we know 1 plus I iota whole square that is plus 2i. 1 minus iota whole square that is minus 2i. So that I have done in this way. But with help of substitution only because clearly they mention n is belongs to, oh, n is belongs to n means you should take n is equal to 1 onwards, not 0 also. Even it is satisfied at 0 also. Some cases it may not be satisfied to n is equal to 0 because 0 does not belongs to natural number. Anyhow, we done correct only, right? Then algebraic properties of complex number. The condition for the cube of a plus iota b to be real number is,
Sir,
sir,
A,
1 is b equal to 0, sir.
yes, sir.
B equal
So,
to 0, then it is a real number.
b is equal to 0, it is a real number.
Real number,
Okay.
sir. Cube is also real.
Then answer. Cube of a plus iota b. A plus iota b whole cube is equal to, you can equate into p plus iota cubes like that. Okay, so here what shall we do here? We have to find a comma b values. So what shall we do? Cube a plus b whole cube, a cube plus 3a square into iota times of b plus 3a b square plus b cube, iota b whole cube is equal to p plus iota times of q. Okay,
why we are equating with P plus iota times of Q, sir?
then equating to x plus p plus iota cube, right? But here the thing is, in the question, it to be real nothing but imaginary part, we can make them to 0. This y value q becomes 0. Q becomes means, what is the imaginary part of here? Imaginary part, I coefficient.
Sir, IB
The
cube will get cancelled, sir.
3a square b is 1, 3a square b, and this is minus b. Shall I write here? I bq means
Sir, I
iota
cube
cube
is
b.
minus I, no, sir.
That is the reason I have written here minus b cube into iota. So this is imaginary part equating to 0. Question clearly observe here, the given complex cube of this complex number is real. Real number nothing but imaginary part must be 0. Imaginary part means after cubing on both sides we are going to get imaginary part. So this is the imaginary part 3a square b minus b cube into iota equating to 0. When I 3a square b minus b cube into iota is equating to 0, iota should not become 0 because what is iota value? Square root of minus 1. So we can equating remaining values to 0. So what is the, is there any common? Yes. B is common. So 3a square minus b square is equal to 0. Now one is b is equal to 0 or 3a square minus b square is equal to 0, that is nothing but b square, which implies, shall I write b is equal to plus or minus root 3 into a? Okay, like that. These are, what are the answer? Option, yeah, third option, option 3.
Sir,
Like that here also. So at least you can try to do 5 to 10 problem yourself remaining. Next question also easy. Ninth question also. Okay, note it down.
Only 2 minutes more, sir.
Okay.